Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. I hope you had a good New Year, good New Year's Eve. Today is Monday the 2nd, and the video we're going to do today is on a CGC submission that I'm going to be sending off in the next week. Now this submission consists of 15 modern books, 5 economy tier books, which will consist of bronze, silver and golden age books, and also I got 4 magazines as well to send over. And some of these books are mine, some of these are my brother's, Paul's, and also Jordan's got some, and Nick has also got a few. Now today I'm filming on my sister's new Logi stream cam she gave me for Christmas. I thought I'd give it a go. It might not be as good quality as the phone that I use, but you know, it's about having a little bit of fun. I love tech, and we'll suss it out. So this is what it's all about. Don't take it too seriously and just have fun. So thanks for everyone for spending their precious time with me for the next 15 minutes or so. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, and just hopefully you like the content. Lots of stuff about games, comics, art, and other collectible sort of things. Right, we'll get straight back into it right now. Now the first book is Nick's book. This is This is The Walking Dead number 18, I believe. It's a 15th anniversary edition, and it is the 1 of 15 raw variant. It's a J. Scott Campbell cover, as you can see, and yeah, a little look nice in a CGC case. So that's Nick's book there, Walking Dead 18. The next one is also Nick's. This is a store variant. This is Iron Fist number 1. This is the Gabriel Delotto cover. I think it went over many stores like 7, 8, 9 Comics, Sad Lemon, Frankie's, and I think there was another one as well. Anyway, yeah, love that cover. Look awesome in the encapsulated in that case. So that's that one, Iron Fist number 1. I think that's 2017. Next one's my brother's. So this is an Australian price variant. This is Doom 2099. So again, it's just good to get some of these Australian price variants graded by CGC. They're pretty rare, hard to get, and I think even harder to get encapsulated and graded. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if this would be one of the first to get graded on the census, and we can check that out another day when we get the books back. But yeah, that's my brother's book, Doom 2099 number 1. And another one is, this next one is another Australian book. This is Spawn 1. So this is the Australian variant. This was printed in Australia, I think. You can sort of see, if I've got to figure out how to work this stuff here. It's the $3.95 cover price up there. It's also the newsstand, as you can see down the bottom. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. These ones seem to sell all right. Yeah, I think it's just great to get any sort of foreign variant of Spawn signed. There's just some rabid collectors out there for this issue. With Farlane fans, I think it's got a bit of everything. So yeah, I think that'll be just a really good book to get graded, and obviously Paul does too. And another Australian price variant here as well. This is Spider-Man 2099. This book's always hot at the moment, obviously with the first appearance, basically the first title of Spider-Man 2099. And the Australian price variant, very rare book, hard to get in high grade because obviously the foil cover can ding and you just can't get those creases out. So yeah, I think this is also a popular comic amongst a lot of fans. So yeah, I think this is definitely a good choice to get graded. And the next book is one of mine. This is a Zing pop culture variant. Zing's like an American GameStop sort of store, sells games, pop culture, all that kind of stuff. And this is one of their store exclusives. You can sort of see it up here. Gee, it's hard to figure out where to go. It's backwards. And this is the Greg Horn Villains Fade cover. If I can get it, nice cover. Yeah, I like that one. It was one of the first ones that they did, pop culture variants. I'm not sure it was the first, second, third, or whatever it is, but again, hard to get. I think the Secret Wars books will get hotter, and I think they're already sort of starting to heat up. I've seen a couple of 2, 3, 5, 1, all on the cover price, sort of, top sellers. So yeah, I thought this would be a good addition. Plus I just like to get things graded that are a bit obscure or a bit rare, and I don't think you can go wrong with a cover. Like you said, you can see Venom, Thanos, it's Magneto's on there as well. I think it's a great book, and I'm not going to say hard to get in high grade, but it's a thicker sort of style book. Hopefully I can get it around about a 9.6 for this one. we'll just go from there. So when the books come back, you can remember that quote. So that's it. Secret Wars #1. That's 2015. The next book is also mine. I just want to keep going with the Star Wars sort of style books. This is Obi-Wan. This is obviously the movie variant or photo variant. So yeah, hopefully we can just get a 9.8 on that one. Just add it to the Star Wars collection. I do like photo covers. I love Obi-Wan as well. So yeah, we'll see how we go with that one. Hoping for a 9, obviously. This book is also mine. This is Frozen 1. I just thought it would be, I just like to get it graded. I think it'll look awesome in a slab. I'm hoping this one's about a 9.6 to a 9.8. I'm not sure if it's got a back cover on it, because I know I'd love to get books that have got back covers with art. So obviously it sort of shows, this one's just got an advertisement on the back, but it's a thick book. Like I said, first Frozen in comic books. So yeah, it's just something different for me to get. It's pretty valuable. Sorry, not valuable. It's pretty. Yeah, I don't even know what to say. It's sort of valuable, graded at a 9.8. So there'll be specific collectors that want to get it. So we'll just go from there, really. Yeah, we'll see what happens. So get that one graded. Had it for a long time. The next book I want to get graded. This is mine as well. I've got 5 books, I think. This is Silk. This is a In-Hook Elite cover. I've got a 9.6 to this, but I want to get a 9.8. So this is the second copy that I got. I just love the cover. I love to collect Silk covers as well. So yeah, we'll get this one off. But I'm also tossing up. It's either that or I've got the Mandalorian cover, the 1A, the Granol. So I'll have a look at these books. If I think they're a 9.8, I might swap it out with the Silk. We'll see. So yeah, I like that cover. I like to get it like a Mandalorian book graded, and it's Granol as well. So that's got like a double reason to get it done. So that's the Mandalorian. So it'll be that one or the Silk for my book. And my last book, which is one of my favourites, is Cry for Dawn #1. This is the 3rd print. So I think this is called like the big face sort of art. Love this. I love it so much. I got this off eBay off some dude I sort of knew. It looks pretty good. I reckon a 9.2. I'd be happy with that. But just one of the most iconic images of Dawn. I could never stop looking at it. It's amazing. I think the back cover's also got art on it as well. That will look good in the CGC slab. So yeah, got to get that one done. I get a few Cry for Dawn books graded, maybe like 4 or 5. Still collecting them slowly here and now. Just pick up 1 or 2 of that series. I know there's lots of different prints and signed books and all that. So yeah, there's that one. Cry for Dawn 1, 3rd print. Beautiful. I love it. Right, this is my brother's book again. This is Star Wars Jedi. This is like #1, 2 or 3. Which one's this one? I think they're just one-shots actually. Yeah, this is the first appearance of Sarge Ventress, I think. I'm not 100% sure. Like I said, it's not my book. But it is thick. Great Mace Windu cover. And yeah, we'll get that one done. Yeah, I've had couple of these books for a long time, so I figured it's time to get them sent off. So that's that one. Jedi Mace Windu. Next one is Jordan's books. I'm only going to choose one of these. He's given me 2 of the Darth Vader 3, the far out glare coming through the window. First Dr. Aphra, so I'm going to look through those and see which one's better, and then I'll send just the one of those and then we'll do another one next time. So yeah, really cool book. I think he's a big Star Wars collector, so I'm trying to get a few of his Star Wars books done as well. And then another one of Jordan's books is this Strange Academy. I love the Strange Academy. I read the first story arc. The good characters. I love the art. I think Humberto Ramos is a great artist. I know he's sort of quite particular in who likes and who doesn't. But yeah, I've got the one of there. I've got the wraparound cover. I think it looks great in a slab too. I think it's a 9.6, my one. So I think that's just the A cover, that one there. So yeah, I thought I'd get that one done for him as well, just for a bit of something different. And another sort of different book here for him. This is also Jordan's, his Star Wars 71. So again, just to sort of add some variety to the submission, I thought I'd add this old Star Wars book. I think it's like 1985 or something like that. 83. So yeah, it's pretty clean. I think it'll look nice. It's got some good cover on. Good cover, yeah. I think it's Lando. Yeah, definitely Lando on the cover. Yep. Is it Lando? Oh yeah, he's in 40. Anyway, whatever. Nice book. That's Jordan's. And the final one is also Jordan's. I should have checked what the ratio variant of this is before I sort of put it up. This is the all these people that are saying this guy doesn't know what he's doing. It's so true, but it's all in the name of fun. So this is one of the ratio variants for the Mandalorian #1. I've got a couple of other ones. He sent me maybe 3, 4 or 5 of them, maybe out of the first 2 or 3 issues. So I thought I'd just get the #1 done first, and yeah, we'll send that one off. So that's a Mandalorian variant. I'm not even going to embarrass myself and guess. Right, so that's all the modern books, and then we'll go into the economy tier books. So there's 5. There's the shirt today, not bad, eh? Don't know what it says. I do, but I can't pronounce it. All right, the first book is Paul's book. So this is Conan 24. This is the first cover appearance of Red Sonja. Great cover by Barry Smith as well. It's a 6p UK variant at the top, as you can see. So I've had these books for a little while, and I haven't done an economy tier submission for a while. So I thought I'd just, since I've got a bit of everybody's books, I thought I'd do that. So yeah, I like that. It's just a classic cover of a great series. So yeah, Conan number 24. The next one is also my brother's. Obviously, Hulk 180, everyone knows that cover, so it doesn't need any introduction. So again, I've had these books for a while. I think we should just get them over there and get them done. I think the turnaround times at the moment are really good, so it's possible that these will all come back, within the month. I saw someone that didn't even send it fast track, and it was like an 8-day turnaround or something. So I'll still send them fast track just because I just don't want to wait, and I just don't want to, CGC can be a bit like that. You just never know what you're going to get with CGC. So we'll just, cross the boxes and just do fast track. So yeah, Hulk 180. Can't go wrong. I'm not sure what grade he wanted on that, but it looks all right. And the next one is Jordan's book. He gave me this. I got this hint off him just the other day. This is Thor 129. I don't know what the significance of this issue is or anything, but he sent it to me to send away, and there was a little spot in this 5-book submission, so I sort of sent it off to him. It's, getting old books graded is just so different. You get modern books graded, so yeah, I'm sure he'll enjoy this one. So yeah, The Verdict of Zeus, great cover. You can see there Hercules, Zeus, and Thor on the cover. Really nice. Yeah, probably like maybe a 4 or 4.5. Yeah, something like that. I'm not sure what the back cover is. I'm not going to take it out because I just, it's not my book. Well, not my book to sort of, play around with, so to say. Very nice. All right, the next 2 books are mine. So one of my I've always loved this cover. The first sort of story with Iron Man and Captain America in Tales of Suspense 59. Got this off my comic shop a couple of years ago. Yeah, and I've had it sort of sitting around. It looks just good, even just in the Mylar bag. It looks amazing. So I thought I'd get it graded. Forget what I paid, but it looks pretty schmick. So not pretty schmick. It looks in good condition. So hopefully I can get a 4.5 to a 5 on this. It's got a little bit of tanning down the sides and at the bottom, so I'm not sure how much they'll hit me for that. But again, it's just good to get back on track with some of these Silver Age books and some of the older books to get graded. I just think it's nice to sort of add them to your collection rather than just doing all moderns all the time. So yeah, it's slowly with this sort of stuff. So yeah, this is another one we'll do. So yeah, Tales of Suspense 59. I'm not sure what year it is. Maybe like 1966 or something like that. Anyway, yeah, beautiful. And the final book is a Golden Age book. So this is Sensation 42. I think it's from 1942, I believe. Probably one of my oldest comics that I've got. An aim of mine a couple of years ago was to get like an early sensation, an early detective, and an early action. So it's sort of hard to allocate money for things like that because they're so expensive. And finding something that you're happy with the grade. I think I paid I think $500 Australian for this, which is maybe $320 US, $330 US. Now it is complete. The cover is attached. I think it might grade about a 2. If I can get a 2.5, that's what I'm hoping for. The only thing I always worry about with these old books is any signs of restoration. It's not something that I can pick up or sort of know what to look for. So yeah, again, an old book. I think they'll look great. Like it's the Golden Age, big Golden Age, so it'll look nice in the slab. So that way it's just put away for good now. So yeah, nice cover, Sensation Comics 42. So yeah, that's it. And I've got 4 Australian horror magazines that I'm going to send over. And again, like the sort of the Silver Age now, it's just sort of good to get these books sort of trickling over. These magazine grades can take like a year to get back. The last one I sent, it took a year to come back basically. I've got one over there now, 5 books. The first one was a 10, that took a year. I've got 5 over there at the moment. I think they've been there since, I think they've already been there like 6 months. So I want to sort of get them back here and there instead of waiting a year, then setting another one off for another year. So these are all grey downs. So, and I just quickly went through my pile this morning. I didn't want to be too picky because it's just, I've got a lot. I thought, you know what, I'll just send the ones that I've had on the radar for a while. The first one is Tales of Horror, number 2. Now, this is a cover homage to Weird Tales of the Macabre, I believe, number 1. I think it's a Boris Vallejo cover. And this is by this cover here is by an Australian artist that used to work. I think he was one of the art sort of chiefs at Greydown. I think his name was Phil Belbin, and he done a lot of covers for some of these Greydown books. So this one's an homage to that, and I love it. If you looked at the weird, I think it's Weird Tales of the Macabre, one of those. I think it's that one. The Doris Vallejo cover is awesome. I'd love to get it. I've looked at it a few times and it sort of drifted off my radar, but yeah, once I get this one graded, I reckon when I see it, I'll probably go and hunt out the Boris Vallejo cover. He was one of my favourite artists. I grew up loving all these fantasy artists, and him, I think, is Julie Bell his wife? I think so. But yeah, great cover. You can sort of see it's pretty brutal, man. Anyway, that's that one. Yeah, these are all black and white. There's lots of different stories in there. I think some of them are from the old Charlton days, Atlas days. The next one is just another book which is sort of pretty random. This one's called Shriek of Despair. Again, I love the title art. I've always been into sort of that sort of not. I wasn't really a graffiti artist, but I love that sort of hip hoppy sort of style, and just do your own sort of fonts and just drawings and colours around the outside. So that sort of adds to my love for the Greydown books. And the art in this cover is great, just the colour of the red, and then it's got the green of all the monsters and the woman on the bed. It's a really nice condition book. It's hard. I just find it hard to use this camera at the moment. But yeah, you can sort of see it's got minimal sort of things on the cover to distract from the art. So yeah, I think that'll look really nice encapsulated in a slab. Some of these Greydowns are extremely difficult to get in any sort of mid-level grade, high grade. So one day I want to do a video and show you a few of my other Greydown books and things like that one. So yeah, that's great. Shriek of Despair. A lot of these were no numbers. They were just sort of one shots. So you can sort of see that one's just a one shot. Yeah, got a bit of writing on there. Apparently some of these that I've read, that they were sort of issued at different areas, like different regional centres here in Australia. So a bunch might go out to this regional centre and a bunch might go out to this regional centre. So it's it's very hard to know too much about the history of this company, but I always swore years ago that I'd never get into collecting it. But anyway, that's a story for another day. So that's Shriek of Despair. And the next book is another no number. This one's Mad Fear. Again, there's a bit of a story behind this book, which I'll share when it comes back graded next year. So let's say Christmas next year, these should come back. But again, I love this cover. It's it's just simple, not too much sort of distracting from the art, which is what I love. Just trying to keep it straight, avoid the glare. And that's pretty much simple. Like, I just love that title art there, Mad Fear. It looks like it's almost glowing, you know what I mean? It's a super book. The moon there, the monster carrying the woman. There was a few sort of semi-naked pictures of women on these covers, and they're sort of, I wouldn't say they're the rarer ones or the more sought after, but they probably are, because what we're like, as males. But yeah, I love that cover. It's so cool. Just simple, and just the monsters in some of these Greydowns are awesome. So that's it. Mad Fear, that's a no number. And the final book that I'm going to send this is a real thick one. This is called Black Havoc. There's nothing spectacular about this book. I just love it sort of reminds me of like RPGs when you sort of fight skeletons and mummies and just the simple monsters in dungeons and that. And here you can sort of see a group of adventurers just sort of fighting a bunch of undead, or undead skeletons and stuff like that. Again, the title art's awesome. Some of these later ones, so this one's probably from the early 80s, like maybe 82. And again, when I go through some of my books and show you some of the history, you can sort of see by the price, so $1. So the dollar ones are some of the later issues, and some of them can be a bit rarer, and they're sort of the ones I'm talking about that were in the regional centres. So again, don't quote me, I'm no expert on Greyhound, but just sort of things I read. Again, this one's in really nice condition, black cover, it's really thick. I had some high expectations for some of my other books that I got graded, thinking I was going to get like 9s, 8.5s, but they come back like in 6s and 7s. So it's really hard to know what you're going to get. I don't think anybody grades this sort of stuff. I've never seen a Greyhound graded before, and not to say that they're not out there, but I just love doing things that other people aren't. Not only that, but I just love the books. I love the art. I love the history, and it's just something that I'm just going to continue to follow with some of these books. So yeah, I won't keep this video too long. I'm not sure how long we've been going for now, but yeah, I hope you had a good New Year's. Thanks for watching again. If you like this sort of content, follow on. We'll see what we're doing. Heading back to work now after a week off, so the videos will sort of get a bit less, but I've still got a few things up my sleeve that I want to do for the next few weeks. So hopefully you can stick around. So yeah, like the video, subscribe to the channel. I always thought it was funny when people, say comment and that. I was like, how am I gonna keep up with all the comments? Nobody comments on the video, so in a way it's pretty easy for me to to keep up with that. So again, thanks everybody. Have a great week, and I will see you on the next video. Pow.